Hey everybody, Matumbo here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are playing some more historic here on Magic Arena. And we are just going to go for two here in regards to the theme of our deck. So you saw a different version of this deck yesterday. Now we're just going to go a little bit of a different route, and we're going to see if we can do just as many crazy things with this deck as we did with the one from yesterday. So real quick though, with that being said, before we hop into today's video, would like to remind everybody, if you enjoy the channel and the video, please hit that subscribe button, that like button. Check out all the cool links down in the description below, as well as join the Discord, the Patreon link, and the Twitch link. And also leave us a comment down below with what Kaladesh cards you are brewing around and what you want to see us brew around, and we will do our best to make that video for you. So with that being said, let's hop right into today's deck. And we are playing Excavating Engine. So again, we are playing a Paradox Engine deck, but this is going to be a blue-based artifact deck. The one you saw yesterday is going to be, or the day before, is going to be, was an elf-based deck, a lot of creatures. But this, we're just focusing on blue and artifacts. The blue is mainly for our good pal, Emry. So Emry, she's a legendary merfolk wizard for 3 mana. So 1/2. She actually costs 1 less for each artifact we have in play. So we do have the potential to actually cast Emry down super quick on turn 1 with the help of some Ornithopters and some Mox Ambers. And then we're also playing Diligent Excavator. So Diligent Excavator is a 2 mana 1/3. We get to mill cards. So why is milling cards important in this deck? Well, initially we're going to be milling ourselves because we want cards in the graveyard for our pal Emry. Emry, when she comes into play, she also mills 4 cards, but she has an ability that we can tap every turn to choose an artifact in our graveyard, and then we can cast it this turn. We still do have to pay the mana cost for that artifact, but we get to do this every time we tap her. Well, that's also good with our pal, the Paradox Engine. Anytime we cast a spell, we get to untap a permanent we control, and so on and so on. So what this deck could potentially do is we could play an Emry out with an Excavator in play, and then we could just loop cards like Mox Amber. If we have 2 of these in play, we can just basically mill our opponent because we get to play a Mox Amber, tap it for mana, tap Emry, target the Mox in the graveyard. Then we cast that Mox, it untaps everything. We get to do the whole cycle over and over again. Then we get to, essentially, we can mill our library if we want to maybe hit something else where we can kill them a little bit faster, but it's really not going to be any faster. This is really going to be the best way to kill our opponent, is just by milling them out, because we can just hit them for 2 every time we cast one of our Moxes, and then just end the game that way. Another fun thing we could do, that we are going to hopefully be able to do, is we could get some Steel Overseers out, and we could essentially make an infinite number creature. So we could just give it an infinite power, and we could just swing in with a giant Ornithopter. We could give the Steel Overseer itself an infinite power. We could give a Trampling Stone Coil Serpent an infinite power and swing in. There's just so many different things we can do with this deck. So let's just go through this card for card. We have Mox Amber again. This is basically a free, it's a Mox, it's free mana. We do have to have a legendary creature or planeswalker in play. So the only thing we do have in play for that is an Emry. It does help reduce the cost of the Emry, so it is kind of like it is tapping for mana if we do drop this on turn 1 to actually make the Emry cheaper. So that is worth noting. We do have 4 copies of Ornithopter. Again, this is just the 0/2 for 2. I'm sorry, for 0. With flying, could be one of our potential win conditions. We have 1 copy of Tormod's Crypt just because it's a 0 mana casting cost, and graveyards are pretty important in the format. We have 1 copy of Ether Spellbomb. This is good to, we can return a creature that is maybe just bothering us too much. We could save one of our creatures if they're trying to kill it, or we could just use its other ability to pay a colorless, sack it to draw a card. So overall, pretty useful. Chromatic Sphere, one of the cards, part of the engine, is going to help us dig through our deck. So 1 mana spell, and then we can pay 1 mana into it, sack it to get the mana back, so it doesn't really cost anything. And then we get to draw a card whenever we use that ability. Pretty good. Decided to put 1 Stone Coil Serpent in this deck. Again, we can just pay however much mana we want to into this to make it as big as we want. Could be good if we start looping with Mox Amber, if we decide to just play a really big creature. It's also a 0 mana cost artifact that we could potentially hit later on. We will be hitting on one of the cards here in a second that this does kind of work with, but this also has the potential to cost 0. Even though it would die, it would be a spell that we cast for Paradox Engine if we do need that. So that's another reason I put that in. 4 copies of Mind Stone, because Mind Stone, again, one of the best cards in Historic, and we're playing artifacts, so we're definitely going to want to play this. A couple copies of Ratchet Bomb. So what's really good about this is, yes, this does, you know, hit pesky attackers early on. However, if, you know, we don't necessarily want to hit the 1s and the 2s because a lot of our cards are 1 and 2. But if they get a really big permanent out that costs a lot and we start comboing off, we can actually just keep pumping this in one turn and then blow, you know, pop it for like 6 or 7 or 8, and really just get rid of some crazy big permanent that our opponent maybe powered out somehow. A couple copies of Steel Overseer. Again, we hit on this. We could potentially make Ornithopter really, really big, but this is not the focal point of this deck, so we're only going to be playing 2 of these. And so that really just leaves us with our final card, Scrap Trawler. 3 mana, 3/2. Whenever Scrap Trawler or another artifact you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, you get to return to your hand target artifact card in your graveyard with lesser converted mana cost. So this is kind of cool. If we have, you know, one of these in play, so we could actually sack our Mind Stone to draw a card, and then when this goes to the graveyard, this would allow us to bring back something that costs 0 or 1 because it's cheaper than 2. So we could potentially bring back an Ether Spell Bomb or a Chromatic Sphere to use those to draw cards even more. Or again, like I had mentioned, we could bring back Stonecoil Serpent because that costs 0. And then maybe by that point in the game, we do want to play like a 5/5 Stonecoil Serpent or something like that. So since this technically costs 0, we could bring this back at any time. So again, that's really what the deck does. We just want to start looping a lot of artifacts with Emry and potentially mill our opponent out with the Excavator, because Paradox Engine is just going to allow us to go crazy. And yeah, I don't know why they printed it, so we're just going to take advantage of it. And we're really just trying to get a lot of these decks out of the way. This is a card I still think they're probably going to ban at some point. So I figured, you know what, we should just craft these, get them out of the way. We'll get the wild cards back later. And if not, I mean, heck, we have a bunch of powerful mythic rares in the form of Paradox Engines that we can play in the future. So that's what it is. And we're only playing 22 land. You might notice we only have 8 islands, but at the same time, we have a bunch of lands that do things. We have Scry lands, Life lands, we have Tutor lands, we have Recursion lands, and we have Destruction lands. And then also we do have mana fixing in the form of Chromatic Sphere. So I think we should be fine. We only have 8 blue cards in the deck anyway, so we're just going to see what happens. And that is going to be that. So let's hop into the gameplay, and we will see you all at the wrap-up. All right. Which Paradox Engine deck is going to be faster? I do have a feeling it's going to be this one. But this one is focused on Emry. So we definitely need to make sure that we can keep Emry alive. And we also need to make sure that we get an opponent. 35 seconds maybe? Like to predict how much time it takes. No longer than that. All right, 39 seconds we saw our opponent. All right, Albert. Let's do it. Ooh, we get to go first. Not a huge fan of this hand, but we're gonna try it. I want them to think that we are on. So we only have two Steel Overseers, so it's not really detrimental if this dies. Okay. That also lets us see what our opponent is doing, what they're on. Oh, that's good. We're just gonna get this out now. No attacks. Fervent Champion. Okay. Burn is probably our worst matchup, and it only seems fitting that we get it first, right? Sure thing. Have at it. So Bone Crusher Giant seems okay. They're going to play their Bone Crusher Giant. These are legendary, so we can't really do that. We do have 3 now. We do have 3 artifacts. We will gain a life. Interesting. Merchant. I wonder if they're playing Phoenixes. We're not blocking. Yep, we are at 8. Oh, so much. Alright, well. This costs 4 to use. Can't really use it right now. Would very much like to filter. Maybe we'll draw an Emry here. We did not, but that was actually a pretty good draw. So this knight gives +2 +0. So we're going to block here. We're going to block here. Activate. Activate. Take 2. Alright, and then we're going to gain... Oof. That's not what we wanted to see. So I do think we actually have to pop off and get another Ornithopter here, because that's ridiculous to think about. I can't believe we just literally used an Inventor's Fair to go get an Ornithopter. Yeah, okay. So we knew that was coming. Oh, okay. So let's do this. We want to use this now. This can't block, right? Could not tap it for any mana, unfortunately, but we've got some... We have some big creatures against this red deck for some reason, right? Discard a card, then draw a card, okay. Another Ratchet Bomb is pretty good. 1, 3. Not even gonna lie. At this point, I want to just mill them. Oh, we totally missed out on some pumping too. That's completely our fault. All right, Robber the Rich. That's 2, 3, 1. Right, so again, this point we are again going to grab another we're just on the Ornithopter plan. Should have attacked there, but we didn't. So we're on the Ratchet Bomb's going to keep us alive plan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And as crazy as it is, we are going to grab another Ornithopter here. This is not how this deck is supposed to work. At all. At all. And yeah. So we have a big 7/9 Ornithopter in play. That is, yeah, okay. Again, this is not how this deck is intended to be played. Yeah, so they have to push. Okay, so we're going to pass to blockers. We're actually not going to block any of their 2 drops. This is a 2, this is a 2, this is a 2, this is a 2, that's a 2. Oh, right on time, Emry. Okie doke. Now we have now we have 3 giant ornithopters in play, as was intended. Yeah. sometimes you just gotta ornithopter the red deck. Oh my god, that was not supposed to happen, but I'm glad it did. Wow. Good game. Alright. Ornithopter beats. Alright, we gotta hydrate. Oh man. Not as intended, obviously. Not as intended. So we don't actually have any. This would be fine if we had an island or some kind of mana fixing. But this is tough. I think we have to mulligan for an Emry. Again. Don't have mana fixing, but I believe. God, why is it always... Why do we play always against mono red? Can't keep that. You're not getting free damage on us, my friend. I don't know why you didn't just play that first. Okay, so we did get a scrap trawler. Not really needed, but... You know, they have a... Oh my god. Literally the best card they could have hit right there. They can literally cast Muxus right now because of that hit. Because of this! And this is what's really painful is the fact that they don't understand like what they're supposed to do. I mean, I guess so, right? Gain a little bit of life to potentially give us an extra turn. So, here comes all the goblins. Here comes all the goblins. Tap for 3. Alright, you've got 6. You gonna cast Muxus? Cast Muxus now. Problem we have is we need to hit I think they're thinking about doing it. Yep, you'd have to sack. Interesting. You just played Muxus with the War Chief there. And you hit another crank. Oh my god. Alright, well. I guess sometimes it just pays to be lucky, right? Sometimes it just pays to be lucky. They're gonna get another untapped Krenko here. Yep. All their goblins are guaranteed haste. Seems good. Seems good. Yep, you're not gonna get the satisfaction of actually attacking though. Yep. Good game. Goblins are stupid. Good game. Not really. Oh, goblins. Why are you a thing? Every video. Not really every video, but it feels like it, right? How much do we have to raise to bribe somebody that's close to wizards to ban that card? Alright, we're gonna keep this. Alright, well. Alright, what do we hit? What do we hit? No. Actually don't hate the Tormod's Crypt. Ooh, especially against a especially against this deck. Alright, so we got a Mox. Mox is pretty good. We're going to keep. I'm gonna keep that Mox there. They can't Wrath us this turn, so. Oh, and they scoops because we have the combo and they can't do anything about it. So, good game. Good game. I mean, I wish you would have let us do it, but it's what it is. From one side of the spectrum to the other. We get a completely whacked out first game, and then goblins, because goblins are dumb, and then do we keep this? I think we do, right? We're gonna take the scrap trawler. Oh, okay, that's fine, perfect. I think I would have taken the scrap trawler. We're a bit of ways away from casting a 5-drop. You know what? We're gonna play this for one. If you want to waste a counter on this, that is all you. I feel like this is some kind of weird control deck. This is not a typical Luris deck, huh? Not a typical Luris deck. Have all removals and whatnots. Who's its and what's its. Oh, there goes Scrap Trawler. Um, so what do they have in their hand? We're gonna try to bring back the old scrap trawler. Yeah, we're gonna leave that there too. You can counter this, that's fine. Sounds good. So what are they playing? I just don't understand what they're playing. Probably gear hulks and whatnot. If we do it again, I mean, let's just play this. Okay. So the good thing is they only think that we're playing artifacts. They don't know that we're actually playing blue. If they want to kill this, I mean, we'll still be able to get something back. I thought. Ooh, and they are without counters. Without instants to play on 6. So they are just on a really bad rogue draw. Interesting. That would have been kind of good. Gonna keep going for it, right? No attacks. So they can block, they can attack, we can block. That was a great draw for them. Great draw. I don't see them blocking this. Sure thing. Oh, you did get an Emry. You did get an Emry. Is a little unfortunate. So I think the right move is to sack the Mind Stone. Get back a... It's just a chromatic star. Chromatic sphere. Huh. That sucks. Now we get back either spell ball. Throwing Paradox Engine there was not too good. Yeah. It was a lot of hoops that we just had to go through. It was a lot of hoops we just had to jump through. Alright, so they hit our... They hit an excavator, which is unfortunate. These games are just going long for some reason. I think this is still right. And if Paradox Engine was not legendary, you're on such a weird draw right now. 31 to 37. Okay. Gonna do it again? Don't do it again. Yeah, I don't know why you haven't been doing that the whole time. Finally put you to the test, right? Fatal push. What are we gonna get back? What are we gonna get back? Yeah, it's funny because I think just one untap is good. We're not gonna, I don't want to mill anything. There's really just no reason to do this. This is not how this deck was intended to be played. Okay. Oh, you're just taking damage now? Oh, good game. Good game. Wow. What a couple of weird games that we've won. We're not supposed to be winning with that. This will be comboing off. Alright, next game. Oh man. Very, very weird. I would love to I'd love to actually show you the combo, right? That was a very weird rogue draw. We go first. We have a Mind Stone. We don't have the card that we want to have. Oh, we got a mulligan again. Alright, well, we're keeping. We're going to get rid of our 2-0 drops here. No, this one. All right. I think we're going to take a draw here. Not bad, not bad. Okay. So we're technically only down one card now since we've drawn one extra. So it's like we only mulligan down to 6. What is our opponent on? This feels like a combo deck. Maybe they're just digging for land. Yeah. Oh, you know what they're playing? They're playing Neoform. 100% Neoform. No, 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 no. Ah, I wanted to undo that. Don't want an Ornithopter. I really want is I want to draw a card. I feel like we're probably dead this turn. This has to be a Neoform combo deck, right? Or maybe it's just a Paradise Druid deck. Well, we're not blocking. We're not blocking. I wish this would tap correctly. Let's draw a card and get back 2 artifacts. Oh no, next turn we'll get back 2, but alright, what do you got with 8 mana? Play a Ugin and Ugin yourself? -2? That'd be sweet. I mean, these 2 scrap trawlers are doing pretty good. Our hand would have been great had we had an Emry. I do have a feeling, though, we're going to see a Gear Hulk here. Oh, Gear Hulk. Draw a card. Let's draw a card. And let us get a Spellbomb back into play. And we are not going to attack this turn. We're going to attack next turn. It is. It is a Neoform deck. I was right. I was right. All right, so let's do some scrying here. That's pretty good, but not the best. So I kind of want to push for 2, right? 2 just wipes out so many things. All right, so we're going to go one more turn. We're going to push this on to x equals 1. And then we will... No, we won't do anything. That was actually a pretty good draw there. What's in our graveyard? So let's do, whoops, cancel, sack this for blue. Sack this to draw a card. We are getting a lot of card advantage off of this. Right. We're going to kill all but your dual caster mage. All right, let's get in for 14. And let's hope. They only have one blue source. Yeah. All right, so these wins have been very unconventional. They are not, we're not comboing. We definitely drew a ton of cards. We drew out of our mulligan, but yeah. Drawing that Emry that late, not seeing a Paradox Engine, but we were still able to do that. They had a bad draw as well, but all right. Oh, well, we are winning in weird ways, right? Yeah, that person playing Neoform last game had to have had, like, the worst draw of their life. And I don't think they expected us to actually pop the, we go first. We have an Excavator. Yeah, I think we have to keep this. We're into 5, okay. Let's take a peek. Don't want that. We want an Emry. Just simple as that. Emry, please. Do we want to mill them? I think we do want to mill them. We mill them, we get less of their... They're going to get less of their hits. Okay, Thos is good. Okay. Okay. Getting a free point of damage here unless they want to block for some stupid reason. Alright, so we are looking at a Gyruda next turn. %100% a Gyruda next turn. We're just gonna try to mill as many as we can, right? Okay, that's a good one to hit. Let's see. Oh. That was a great card to hit. No attacks. Oh, so wait, they have to have a Gyruda in their hand to actually cast it? They probably do. Don't. Let's read how this works. Oh, 1 mana off from crazy Paradox Engine shenanigans. Well. Oh, that was good. I feel like we've hit a ton of their good cards. Ton of their good cards. So here comes Gyruda. And we're just gonna do this now. I know it doesn't matter. They can only get what they... Okay, they hit an odd. No, that's an even. Get another Gyruda. Have to pick one. Oh my god, really? Now they're just getting all the hits here. Yep. Must be nice. Must be nice. We need a good draw here. Ornithopter, not so much the greatest of draws. Taking some free damage here. Okay. Don't know if I necessarily would have done that. We are going to use this to try to mill you out. Man, well. 9 cards left. We have 1 attack left. Bark double, okay. Pretty good. We're gonna copy. Yeah. Why you would have done that? Actually, did not see any Emrys in there. We're gonna take. Oh yeah. Deck well. How unfortunate. God, we almost milled them. We don't have a win here, do we? We don't have a win here. I still think it was right to mill them. I mean, we're not going to... Just in case, right? Just in case we have something that we can do. I don't think we do. Right, I don't think we actually have anything we can do during our upkeep, but we're gonna take a final look here. Nothing. Ornithopter. Alright, well, we tried. Oh, we were actually that one turn off from winning. So, well, good game. Alright, who is next? Maybe nobody. Maybe the challengers are too scared to bring their decks. So, uh-oh, it's an Ugin. That means they're playing an Ugin deck. Yeah, we're gonna keep this. Hello. Oh, why didn't we get to go first? You got your growth spirals ready? Please don't censor me. Just growth spiral. Thank you. You have a chance. What's in a mox? Hitting 1 to 2 moxes here would be absolutely perfect. We got 1 mox. It's like I said. Don't wrath us, bro. I'm using bro as just a word. It is not gender specific. Now some of you might disagree, but I'm using it that way. And I'm sorry. Oh, what do we do here? Mindstone? Mox Amber? Create a Mindstone. This is going to set up a better turn for us next turn, I feel like. I almost want to play this second Emry here, but we're not going to. I really want to see what they're going to do here. Okay. With a decent draw, we could just win here.
The land shall conquer you.
Not a decent draw at all. At all. Let's do this. We should be able to still draw our entire deck here. Oh, I messed up. That's fine. Meant to tap. Get rid of this. Oh yeah, they see the writing on the wall. We are going to draw our entire deck. We're going to draw our entire deck. Well, not really our entire deck, but we are going to draw until we get to an excavator. Then we're going to play an excavator, and then we are going to mill them out, and then the game is going to be over. Yeah, so that was actually good. That was faster than their land ramp. So good on us. That time. Time for the final boss. Who's it going to be? Azaz. Cousin of Kazaa. God, this isn't bad. Right? I'm gonna try this. Like, we don't have our combo, but we can play an excavator. I have a feeling this is like a weird energy deck, right? See what they're playing. Take a look. Oh, we just probably did them a favor. Probably just did them a favor. Or maybe not. Maybe we didn't. Maybe we hurt them. Maybe they kept the one land, one elf draw in hopes to draw the second land. Oh, no, we were wrong. But there were definitely, yep. Alright, so it's definitely a counter deck. So, well, we definitely want this down because then we also get to play the Ratchet Bomb. Good hit. Okay. That elf could have been something else. You know what? No attacks. So we'll probably see a Rishkar here. Well, at least we used to. Back when this was standard legal, it was always Winding Constrictor into Rishkar. Chromatic Sphere. We could get back a Chromatic Sphere. Draw a card. We're going to draw a card with the Mind Stone. Oh. That's so brutal. So brutal. So they have two drops. There's the Rishkar. We're gonna say nice. All right, that's another 2-drop. I don't know why they're all in on these 2 drops. Okay, it seems okay. I guess we're really just gonna see what they do. We can add counters to this blast zone. Oh, I think they just have land in their hand. Could add 1 counter. I think it is worth it this turn to do that. That works out a little bit. We are going to get back a... You know what? We're actually gonna... No, we're not. We're gonna draw at the end of the turn. We're gonna draw at the end of the turn. I wonder if they have a Fatal Push in their hand. Oh, we actually drew an island. Just gonna go ahead and sack this now. I think this is right. A little bit of milling. Got another Rishkar. So we can block. Another Winding Constrictor, okay. That's kind of gross. Oh, getting rid of that Gear Hulk was huge. So we can... Yep, so I think we're going to sack, and I think we're going to get back... Ooh. 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 Oh, those are 2 good ones too. So, Yorvo sucks, but Yorvo and Rishkar cost 3. Okay. Not too sure about that. I mean, we're definitely going to be chump blocking here. Just how do we want to chump block? I mean, that's correct. Then I think it's correct to go ahead and get back the ratchet bomb. And then I think it's correct to go ahead and put a counter on this. And we will activate. Oh, that's a 3-drop, so we better do this now. 1, 2, 3. That was pretty good. Let me see, what do we have? I'm just gonna mill them, to be 100% honest with you. No attacks. Seven mana. 8 mana with the elf. Oh, did they draw another freaking... Oh, they didn't. Oh, okay. That's great. Okay. Okay. Ratchet bomb just in case. We're going to leave it at 0. One, two, three, four, 5. 2. Yeah, I think we're good. We have achieved maximum combo. Max combo achieved. Yep. And that is the writing on the wall. Oh man, we survived. Very aggressive deck we probably should not have survived against. So, hats off to you, my friend Hazaz. Hats off. Say hello to your cousin Kazaa for me. Well, welcome back to the wrap-up. So we somehow played an extra game in there, and I didn't even realize it. But we went 7-1, I think, with this deck, and it seemed pretty good. We definitely won in a lot of really weird ways. I feel like a few games where we just actually just overpowered our opponent with our, you know, our creatures. That's not something that should be happening in this deck. Again, this is a combo-based deck. And I do know that we put the Steel Overseers in here, you know, just in case to kill in one turn, but not in order to help stabilize and kill us or kill them over the course of a few turns. So yeah. So again, was kind of cool to see, you know, us being able to really keep up like that. Again, we lost to stupid goblins, and you know, stupid goblins are stupid goblins. And yeah. I do know if we were to change this in the future, I'm pretty sure we might add a few more blue sources. I'm really happy with all of the lands in the deck. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't really feel like. I do feel like we just didn't get blue sometimes, or we wanted more blue, or just the way that I saw how some of our hands were. I think this deck needs at least 2 more islands. So I'd probably take out 2 Radiant Fountains because I really don't feel like the Radiant Fountains are needed. Again, we're trying to combo off super fast. And Radiant Fountains are probably the weakest land in this deck. Blast Zones are good for the destruction, as you saw in that last game. Buried Ruins are great for the same reason. I mean, you get to bring back cards to potentially stay alive, get card draw back out. Inventor's Fair is life gain. It's also a tutor ability. And then the Zhalfirin Voids are always really good because they let you scry. It lets you put a potential card you just don't want onto the bottom. It lets you potentially get to a card that you need sooner. So I do feel like that's a good card. Scrap Trawler is pretty good in this deck. To me, it seemed it could maybe be a little bit faster. So that card could be reduced down to maybe 3. But again, I'm not really sure. I feel like this deck has a lot of potential. Obviously, this deck is very, very weak to burn decks that are super aggressive. Luckily, we avoided those. And a lot of this just has to do with our pairings. And I need to reiterate that because I do get complaints a lot sometimes in Discord or in the comments saying, hey, how come you play this deck and you go, X-1 or undefeated with it, but when I play it, I'm not doing too good. Well, there's a couple reasons for that. One of them being, I'm playing different opponents that you're playing against. I might be playing at a different time. Some people with different, with different decks, different card collections, playing at different times. There's that. There's also the fact that I built this with certain interactions in mind, so I'm looking for those interactions. So maybe I spot something that you potentially don't spot or are not thinking. And I'm not saying that anybody's thinking is incorrect. I'm just saying that at the time I might be thinking of something differently or seeing something a turn or 2 in the head, and that's why I try to always explain. And I do know sometimes I don't do a great job of explaining my full thought process, but I do try to explain as much as possible. So, but yeah, and again, that this is going to come with practice. The more videos I make, the better I'm trying to become at the commentary, as well as being able to explain different thought processes and, different choices that could be made or should not be made at certain times. So again, I am working on that. Please bear with me. I do appreciate everybody knowing that we are growing as a channel and a community, so I do appreciate that so much. So yeah, that's the deck. And again, if you enjoyed it, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. Please hit the bell icon, share the video, do anything you can to interact with the channel and help grow it. We are growing. Love each and every one of you. You guys are amazing. Check out all the cool links down in the description below, the Discord, the Patreon, the Twitch link. And then always, please let me know what you want to see in a future video. Let me know what Kaladesh brews you're working on, and I'd be more than happy to throw some light in there. And maybe I'll make that deck for you, and we can play it as a video. So let me know. But yeah, so everybody, please stay safe, and we will see you next time. Remember, this channel would not exist without such amazing viewers and subscribers. Thank you so much for interacting with the channel and helping grow the community. And a very big special thank you to the Patreons listed here for supporting the channel.